Yeah, get your fucking party hat. What are you doing, man? I was going to make one out of newspaper and be the fucking poor man's party hat.
I think I'm running it back to front. Wait, there we go.
Fucking hell, man. I'm glad that me and you teamed up for this fucking podcast, man, because we're both just so fucking retarded. Oh, man. And we've made it! Alannis, we're here.
We are.
50th episode. We're here to celebrate with all y'all.
We do. I'll set off a party popper, but I don't want Fly to die from ribbon ingestion.
You should have, dude, if you were a real fucking team player, you would have risked your dog's life, you know what I mean? So, for everyone joining us, welcome to Ranked and Reviewed's 50th episode celebration, extravaganza, spectacular, whatever you want to fucking call it. We're here to celebrate 50 episodes of Ranked and Reviewed. And also, while we're here, review Barbie in the pink motherfucking shoes. Now, Alannis, one bad that I made a oopsie, is I didn't import the fucking opening credits. So, guess what's going to happen? We're just going to zoom past that like it never happened. And I'm going to fucking chuck it in over the edit. Hit it! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ranked and Reviewed, or as we're calling it tonight, Tanked and Reviewed. Alannis, I'm your host, Tomye West, and joining me as always is my co-host, Alannis Maximus.
Yes.
What happened there?
Tried to go into my sinuses.
Did it dry or did it?
I think it's back there.
I'm just changing the colour, man. I fucking forgot to change it because in case everyone didn't notice, we're kind of under the influence tonight. So go easy on us.
That's it.
And just for everybody watching, as a special treat, we're not going to make you do anything tonight. We're not going to ask you to do anything. We're not going to ask you to subscribe. We're not going to ask you to like. We're just going to ask you to enjoy the celebrations. So, Alannis, are you excited for this episode of Tanked and Reviewed?
I am as excited as...
you look so fucking funny with that party hat on, man.
It keeps slipping down as well.
It makes you look like you're a special kid or something. And count cards for me. I'm going to take you to the Crown Casino and you're going to count cards for me, man.
It makes me as excited as One-Eyed Thor.
What?
Watching his friend die.
What's that comic book nerd movie in the background?
That is Endgame.
Why is that guy's head moving like George Clooney's?
Because he's impersonating George Clooney.
For anyone that doesn't want to listen to this bullshit, you have the option we're going to put timestamps in the description so you can choose if you want to go jump straight to the review of Barbie in the Pink Shoes, which is coming up later. I don't know if I mentioned that to everyone. We're here to review Barbie in the Pink Shoes. I think I said it before, but I can't remember.
Neither can I.
And by the way, we have a lot to say about that movie, so you might want to stick around because...
Did it come before or after? Wait, no, we'll save it for later.
We have to save all our thoughts of Barbie in the Pink Shoes for when we get to that section of the episode, man.
There's so much to unpack.
There is. I fucking wrote notes, man. Like, and dude, because I was so, like, messy, my notes are, like, everywhere. They're, like, not lines, like, written down nicely. Like, it's just, like, someone's fucking written, like, their crazy fucking thoughts on a page. Legit, look, I'll hold it up. Double-sided too. I could have fit it all on one side. But
that's how Einstein worked out the theory of relativity.
What?
I don't know.
So you're making up the bullshit. I thought you had a real fact to share with us then. I thought you were going to blow our fucking minds, bro, with like something like, I would have been like, whoa, but you were just like, I don't know. You ended that way too quick. You could have probably had it in minutes. What is relativity? Like, what is the theory? Can you explain any of that to me or not?
My brother definitely can. But, well, actually, do you remember the movie Young Einstein? I think it might be before your time. Do you remember Yahoo Serious, the Australian actor? Do you remember Reckless Kelly?
Yes. What a great movie, man. You
have to watch Young Einstein then, because same dude. And I remember the soundtrack came out on a bright pink vinyl.
I used to love Reckless Kelly, man. Man, that is so trippy that you said that movie and I've never thought about it in like 20 years or more. And then when you said it, it was just like this like train crashing into my brain all of a sudden, man.
I love that we're already going on a rabbit hole of Yahoo Serious and we've only been filming for 10 minutes.
Dude, that's what I was going to mention to you before. Did you know that, like, I don't care about this at all and probably going to be garbage and whatever, but did you know there's going to be a new Wogboy movie?
Really?
Like, as if that's relevant now. And
I feel in this day and age that it also, it'll be like Saints Row. It's not possible, or like this new apparent Married with Children revival. There's no possible way that it, apparently it's going to happen, but I don't want it to because there's no way it will be what it is. Like, no way.
That's what I mean. Like, let sleeping dogs lie. That's the saying, man. You know what I mean? Like,
society will cancel that before it begins if it is what it was. Like,
but is Married with Children as offensive as people like remember back it being? Because it's really like dad jokes, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it was ever that offensive because it's a fucking joke. And people will still happily watch South Park and Family Guy and laugh at it. And then go, oh, wait, no, but that guy's a misogynist.
This day and age, man. That's why we're stuck with movies like Barbie and the Pink Shoes, you know?
Well, I mean, that movie pushed the borders as well because what if I didn't want to be a ballerina?
Yeah, what if I fucking don't like CGI movies?
What if I'm not into blondes?
Sandy blonde. Sandy blonde? If you're going to fucking say the hair, get it right, man.
Yeah.
You know, I opened up 2 Pokemon booster boxes today of the new set, and while it wasn't the best pulls, it wasn't trash like everyone's been saying it is. Like, I've heard everyone saying like the rarest cards in this fucking set are like impossible to pull. And I like pulled some okay cards, but nothing like out of this world. But it's still like, I was like pretty happy with each box. But yeah, I'm pissed off because now I can't afford it anymore. So I did open over 70 packets today though, so. Dude, they've made it impossible to get a master set. Someone put up on YouTube that they like a person that does like pull rates and like chances and like percentage or whatever. He fucking opened up over 2,500 booster packs and still doesn't have a full set.
Jesus.
It's all about this, man.
The Benjamins.
Yep. I was about to say the same thing. That's where we slowly morphed into the same fucking person.
You're basically my Tyler Durden at this point.
Who's that?
Oh, wait, you haven't seen Fight Club, have you?
Oh, yeah, I have. I just forgot.
Yes.
I'm not Tomye tonight. I'm Party Tomye. Party Tomye isn't switched on, you know?
I hope Pikachu just doesn't take a dump right now where he is. Or she is.
There are sexes with Pokemon. Did you know this?
What? Are they gender binary?
Well, Pikachu, if he's got like a... Is it this way? If his tail is straight, I think it means... Wait. I don't remember the direction. If its tail is like got bends in it, it means it's one sex, and if it doesn't have bends in it, it means it's the other sex. I think if it's got bends in it, it's a boy, and the other way is a girl. But I don't fucking know, man.
Speaking of Pokemon in general, you've probably definitely heard about it, being someone into it. That the whole world, the whole thing, is Ash in a coma.
Yeah, I've heard this. It's too deep for Pokemon, man. I was about to do a Japanese impersonation. I'm going to stay away from that. No touching that. I'm guessing people would be like, what the fuck? That's not good. Don't do that ever again. I was just going to do the one of South Park. I don't know what to do. It's a Japanese.
Currently sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Dude, that's so funny that everyone's like, that's their sponsor. Like, dude, if they asked us to like be sponsors, I'd jump on that straight away just so we could.
We've already done it. We are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Wait, where'd he go? There we go. Raid Shadow Legends.
What a garbage game, man. Does anyone actually play that shit?
I mean, I'd pretend that I played if they paid me.
Me too. I'm like, pay me all you want, I'll tell everyone it's fucking amazing. Yep, that's right. You heard it right. Me and Alannis can be bought. This applies for movies too. Want a good review? Give us early bird tickets. You know what I'm saying? Again, back to the Wogboy movie coming out. I saw a post about it today on Facebook from Nick Giannopoulos on the Wogboy account. And they're like, a question we've been getting. Is it a movie or is it a show? And he's like, it's both fucking. Put it to bed. Put it to bed.
I remember, like, do you remember where he came from, Acropolis Now, that series?
No.
You probably wouldn't.
Nick Giannopoulos came from the Necropolis.
Yeah, there was a series that he came from, Acropolis Now, with Effie.
And... Oh, yeah, Effie. I remember Effie. That's from, like, Full Frontal or some shit, yeah?
No, from Acropolis Now. Like, where
she was a part of, like, someone, like... I know that she came from that or whatever, but didn't she like become like a spin-off character like for other series or what?
That's a good question.
It's like the Barbie question when you were having an argument with yourself on Facebook Messenger before. By the way, I'm going to bring all our conversation up during our review. I actually wrote it down at the bottom of
It was an interesting. I think the best journey of this movie was my commentary.
Dude, it was a nightmare, but we'll get into it later. Like, I already have trouble watching some of the movies we do for Ranked and Reviewed, man, because of my ADD and my attention span. Like, I don't know what's with my brain, but, like, this year especially, I've noticed that my attention span is just, like, plummeted, you know? And I'll find myself doing, like, one thing and then 10 minutes later doing something else and 10 minutes later doing something else. I'll try to sit down and play a video game and I'll play, like, half an hour and I'll just turn it off and play to do something else, you know? Like... I just can't focus for long. So you got to imagine me trying to focus on not just a movie, but a movie that is for children and for girls mainly. Unless, you know, whatever you're into. I don't care. If you're non-binary, you're a dude, you're a girl. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is it's for people that like feminine things and Barbie and little girls and maybe some little boys, whatever, and non-binary people and whatever.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was just so hard for me to watch this movie, bro. Like, I just kept going. Like, imagine like this. I'm looking at the camera now, right? Imagine that's the TV screen. This is what my eyes kept doing. Like, just like going the opposite way because I'm so fucking bored.
The only thing that got me through it is me going, I have a 3-year-old daughter. I'm like, this is going to get worse.
Oh, dude.
What I'm seeing right now.
That's like, I'm not going to bring all this shit up right now because we're meant to be having a celebration here. I have a daughter, but I didn't get to experience all that stuff, and I'm not going into all that bullshit now. But like, that's why I'm kind of glad that I was there for Quinn's stuff because, man, it's a boy, and like, I pretty much shaped him to just be like, yeah, you like what I like.
Well, I mean, if you can't force your passions on your child, why did you even have them?
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, my ex would keep having goes at me about what I'm showing Quinn or what I'm letting Quinn do and stuff, and it's just like, listen, this kid's gonna be cool no matter what, yeah?
Yeah.
And I fucking told her, by the end of this episode, we're just gonna be like, both like, I love you too, man! Getting all deep and shit.
It'll basically just be like me pass out and Floyd being like,
my dog's just, okay. My dog's head is just there. Look at her ear sticking up. You ready? You ready? I started calling her a Pokemon name. And if I do a little high-pitched voice and do a Pokemon name, she sometimes answers to it now. You ready?
Wigglytuff!
No, wait. Oh, here we go. See, you went.
Wigglytuff! Yeah!
I wonder if this is a good pear shape for both of us. Here he is.
Yeah, if I do this, she might come. Maybe not though. She's kind of pissed off at me, I think, today. Like, I've been so busy. I have to do this. Ooh. Ooh, lucky. Ooh. Oh, she's crawling to me, but she doesn't give a fuck, really. She's like, what are you waking me up for, man?
That's pretty much what Floyd's doing. He's like, I'll get up again, bitch.
So, Alannis, maybe you want to tell the audience about the process of your drinking and how many drinks you are deep this evening.
I am. This is officially 6-pack at this point, but 8% drinks.
What are they called?
They're
We're trying to get sponsored, remember? We might get sponsored by them. Mercury. Might have something in common with the other planets. How do you feel in the morning? Does it hurt your anus?
Yes. No. Maybe. There's no right answer to that question.
I've been having a few drinks tonight. I'm not fucking drinking on camera though, because do we want me suddenly not remembering anything that happened the night before and chucking all over my room? No. I know you would, Alan. Don't answer that.
I mean, I was about to say, I'm down.
Yeah, of course. I want to get you smashed. As I said to you, but I want to get you fucking falling asleep in your chair by the end of the night. Me just going, Alan. And you're like, shut the fuck up, man. You did it, put it as a nose, man. So, Alannis.
So we're there already.
We are. We're fucked up already. We've been fucked up since, we started watching Barbie, man. Of course we had to. To watch that movie, you needed a fucking few drinks or something in you, definitely. Let's start the proper conversation for this episode. We've just been rambling on, which is the whole point of this episode, so I'm glad we did that. Let's get into a different conversation quickly, though, which is, let's have a conversation about the previous 49 episodes of Ranked and Reviewed, man. So, how do you feel coming this far, watching 49 movies and reviewing them, and doing most of them back to back, week to week? And have you enjoyed it? What have been some of your favourite parts? What have been some of your downers? And are you looking forward to the future?
The future looks bright. Brighter than watching The Predator.
Yeah, for everyone, that's going up. That's going to be up before this episode. So, yeah, it's going up Sunday. So, yeah, 2 days. Yeah, we're recording this Friday night for everyone watching it home on Wednesday when this goes up. So, yeah, we reviewed The Predator. That'll be the last movie, number 49. And then this will be episode 50. And we rolled the dice on that and left number 49 in a good position because that's Alannis' favourite Predator movie, believe it or not. I'm making lies up. Don't worry, he fucking hates it. No, so what have you enjoyed about this process?
I've honestly a few times rewatching things I thought I hated and going, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
My favourite moment so far has been purposely ranking things higher than they should be just to get a rise out of you.
I'm not gonna lie, I've probably done that too.
There's some movies that I've been like, I fucking hate this movie, but I have to put it up at like 2 because I want to piss off Alan.
Well, I'm not. Well, Batman and Robin, it probably wouldn't have been as high.
Yeah, you talked that movie up, man. You were like, I have a soft spot for this movie. I'm like, I don't know what you've got for this movie, man, but it's fucking... Yeah, open it. Let's do an unboxing on the channel. Do an unboxing.
We're back.
I wish I had something to unbox. I should have saved some Pokemon cards to open up. You know what? I don't have that kind of control.
Are you see? His head actually does it. I've got Marvel ones where the heads bobble.
I told you it didn't bubble.
But I see what, like, wait. These motherfuckers, man. Like, look. Just to prove my point.
Yeah, I know some of them bubble. And it's bullshit. If that is a choice that they made, a conscious choice to not make... Bet you George Clooney was like, you can do it, but don't make my head bubble because people made fun of me, you know?
Literally every Marvel one bubbles.
I wish I had something that bubbled. I'm not pulling my cock out.
What the fuck is with the back of his head, by the way?
I've got nothing to unbox, bro. I used to have like a sealed Pokemon collection and shit. I could have done something really fucking cool.
Wait.
Now I'm just looking at shit and being like, I got nothing, bro.
Is that the point of this? What is going on here?
Is he backwards?
No, but like, that's him the right way. But the back of his head... Is that the point of this? What is happening here?
Does George Clooney have that on the back of his head in the movie? On the batsuit?
No.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, there's a possibility because I can find the front. And if that's anything to go by, then it would be the same. I'll show you.
Here, I have questions though. Why do the Marvel pop finals all bubble?
Is that pattern on his suit what you think was on the back? Would that go nicely on the back as well?
I think so.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Still weird because I never noticed it on the movie before and it looks like Black Panther. What bobblehead's that? Who is that?
Silver Surfer?
Yeah, I thought so. God, I sound like an uncultured swine. Who's that comic book character?
I'm going to pull his head off and put a spring on it to make it bubble.
Yeah, you've got to, because you're going to send me that
project now.
Otherwise, you're going to have to look up a fucking video of fucking George Clooney's head going like this. Oh, you've already done it. You already broke it.
Actually, no, wait.
You could put a spring on it, eh? Just replace
it. It's the exact same thing.
Yes.
Like, the only difference between this and Silver Surfer is there's no spring.
Well, do it. Take the spring off Silver Surfer.
Custom Batman.
Yeah, make a custom Batman now, I dare you.
We're going into I don't know, but...
Yeah, you're going to have to break Silver Surfer. I want to see that shit on camera.
We'll get back to it. I'll buy some springs, and if your pop vinyl doesn't bubble, I'll make a bubble.
We'll get back to it. You fucking liar. By the end of this episode, we're just going to make Alan smash everything in his room.
Model around.
Alannis break Batman and then break TV. And you're just like, Alan, man!
Well, I broke it and now it works.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we're fucking cooking with gas.
See, that's the answer to life. If you're angry at something, rip its head off,
put it back
on, and make it waggle.
Yeah, that'll solve every problem, man.
Yeah,
if your kid's pissing you off, just rip its head off, man, and put it back on.
It'll solve the problem.
It will. By the way, we're not going to get too deep into it. We talked about it already. The Queen died today. That's all we have to say on that matter.
Actually, I was about to say I took a shit today, but I haven't yet.
Neither have I, to come think of it.
I feel it's more
important. Do that now and just leave it for like 10 minutes.
Well, I mean...
Do you remember that website, Rate My Poo?
Oh, yes.
Terrible.
The subreddit as well. There's some scary things there.
People just taking pictures of their dumps and putting it on the internet, man. Like,
most of it is just people going, do I have bowel cancer? And it's like, why are you asking Reddit? Go to a doctor.
Dude, I'm one of those people that fucking Googles my symptoms and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm dying every time.
I do that, but then when I get too freaked out, I'm like, I'm just going to go to a doctor.
You look up fucking something like, I got stomach cramps, and it's like, yep, you've got cancer. And it's just like, whoa, that escalated quickly.
It's like I had a skin tag that started getting big and so I'm like, skin cancer. It's a skin tag, man.
So this is how Alannis goes down. Skin cancer. Have you got a prediction of how you're going to die? I know it's morbid, but I got a prediction of how I'm going to die.
I don't know. If it might be a case of mind that bus, what bus splat. But if it isn't, I don't know. I'd like to, if someone goes, you have X amount of time to live. I don't know. I'll probably just find that bus and go, I dare you to splat me.
My prediction of how I'm going to die is, I don't know why, I've always had this thought. I'm going to be one of those people that has a fucking fatal heart attack at 42.
I hope I don't, because that's only 3 years away.
I kind of want to buy an Apple Watch because they tell you when you're going to have a heart attack. It's the only reason I want one.
Really?
Yeah, the new ones apparently can, work out if you're having a heart attack or not.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Apple event that just happened, by the way?
I know that the daughter of Steve Jobs has been like, there's been about 10 years of iPhones. We're pretty much just selling the same phone over and over again.
Dude, that's not the best bit. The whole conference, apparently people came out of it being like, that was really morbid and dark. Because they based every, this is what you need the iPhone for. Example of them just, always someone in peril. I think it was someone getting attacked by a bear and then another person in a plane crash. And it's calling for help on his watch and shit. And everything was life and death situations. And everyone took that as you need iPhone, otherwise you're gonna die.
You know what will also not have you die? Common sense and survival skills.
Oh, that's lucky. That's lucky that those cavemen had those iPhones all those years back then, hey?
But, yeah. All I'm going to say is, people walked off cliffs playing Pokemon Go.
Dude, I never played Pokemon Go. I love Pokemon. I collect cards. I'm not the huge... dude, when I say I like Pokemon, I'm not this diehard fan that's the series. I want to watch the TV show and watch every episode and care about the movies much and play all the... I like the mainline Game Boy games and shit, Pokemon Red, Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu. Sword and Shield were rubbish. I can't wait for the new one. But, I'm not, sitting here going, oh, fucking... I don't even want to collect the cards, and I don't fucking know how to play the card game. People are like, do you play the game? I'm like, I fucking have no clue how to play the card game, bro. Couldn't give a fuck.
Play like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, but with Pokemon.
Dude, please don't tell me you were one of those people that went and painted Warhammer.
I do paint Warhammer.
Well, Warhammer,
no! Miniatures.
Oh no! I've never understood it, and I'm not trying to be mean. I've just never gotten I'm gonna battle you on this table with a fucking toy that I painted myself. And you don't have to paint it. You could just buy it, and it would look the same. Everyone paints it the same with shades of color or whatever. It's like, what a waste of time.
No, I paint them different though.
Don't they come with a set color, certain colors though?
If you're talking Warhammer itself, technically. But the whole tabletop thing is a very vast ocean of things.
It's probably different when you're playing the tabletop game and having drinks with your friends at the same time. I'm talking about nerds that go to the fucking comic book shops and meet up on a lunchtime on a Sunday, and they're just like...
Oh, Games Workshop, that's...
I hate those shops, man.
There's a very big world out there of that kind of stuff.
I always
one of the games I play is literally gluing guns to Matchbox cars.
That shop looks so inviting when you're a kid. You're like, oh, Games Workshop, what have they got in there? And I always convinced myself that there was something I wanted in there, and I'd go in there and look around and I'd be like, there's literally nothing I care about in this store.
I think the takeaway from that, though, is the best thing if you're interested in, if anyone watching is interested in getting into that, don't start at Games Workshop.
Do it with your friends, having drinks, hanging around. That'd be cool.
Play games that aren't Games Workshop games, that aren't Citadel. They're shit. Their business model.
Look, I can't throw shade at you for what you like. I fucking collect Pokemon, and I'm a nerd, bro. I just fucking have different interests. I've just always looked at Warhammer as the ultimate nerd, Or actually, no, I take that back. LARPing and role-playing. They are the nerdiest as nerd you can go. They are fucking nerdy as all fuck. Don't tell me you LARP, Alan. I'll walk out.
I don't LARP.
Thank fucking God. Do you roleplay?
Not
with your girlfriend in bedroom. I'm talking about as I'm a medieval knight.
No.
I mean,
I've played D&D.
I've once been the dirty housekeeper with the missus, I mean, that's about it,
I mean, that's a broad question.
Is it though? You know what I mean. You've seen it on Workaholics, Blake sitting around being role playing with his mates and shit, and he's it's you need to know all the lingo and shit. I'd walk in there and they'd be like, I am a level 12 fucking knight and you need to do this. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Because I wouldn't have a fucking clue, bro.
Not to that level, no.
Once you're there, you can't, ever be yourself. You can't, break character.
No. Pretty much the level I do that is not even using a voice. This is my character. I roll dice. That is what my character does. Essentially what you would do in a video game.
See, I think I've got a problem with it because I don't like board games either.
Well, it's better than Monopoly, though.
But Simpsons Monopoly was pretty dope. How it came with, a fucking credit card and a swiper.
It's still a game about financially destroying your friends. How the fuck is that fun?
Yeah, it's not fun.
What is wrong with people?
Quinn's always been obsessed with Monopoly. He's only 9, and he, from when he was 3 and 4 onwards, he was like, can we play Monopoly? I'm like, you don't want to play Monopoly. And he's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, it's hours long and it's boring as fuck. And he's like, no, I want to play Monopoly. I'm like, no, you don't. I never would buckle. I'm like, nope. We're not starting that shit.
Especially if playing just 2 people as well.
Although, this is kind of dodgy and against the law and whatever. You can judge me if you really want to. Recently, there was a package left on the next door neighbor's front and they moved out, right? And that package sat there for 2.5 weeks. And I didn't touch it. I was like, let it go. They'll probably come pick it up. Then new people moved into their flat. And these new people didn't move the package. And they just let it sit there. I'm like, well, hopefully these people will come to get it. And one day, I had enough. And I was like, you know what? I am taking this fucking package. And it was an Animal Crossing Monopoly board game. And my son was like, oh, let's play it. And I was like, all right, cool. I guess we'll play it because I guess I stole it and I don't want to steal it for nothing, you know? And I fucking opened it, bro, and I couldn't work it out, and neither could he, because everything was translated into, like, Animal Crossing. So, like, I can't remember what you swap. Do I have it somewhere? 1 second. I'll show you. Instead of money, it's got, like, different currency. It's all messed up as all fucking get out. 1 second, hold on. Let me try and find this piece of shit. Oh, man, I don't even remember where I fucking put it. Dude. Oh, man, I don't know. Oh, yeah, by the way, talking about board games, look what I have still in box, bro.
A stick. Holy shit.
Nightmare. Never played it once.
For real?
I think I played it when I was a kid, but I've had it since I was a kid, man. It was like the families. I've got another board game here, too. What is this? Oh, dude, Nightmare 3. In boxes. One night we should play it. On stream.
I reckon. It would require a VHS player.
I got that covered, man.
Ah.
Do I still? Oh, nah, I threw it out. Motherfucker. Where'd that Monopoly go, man? That's a pain in the ass. I wish I could show you. It's fucking hilarious, man. Like, even if you wanted to work it out, you couldn't. Like, I was reading the instructions and I may as well have been holding it upside down. So, yeah, I stole my neighbour's package.
Yeah. On that note, though, we should note down the time, and we should make a cutaway video of the amount of times I go, I need to pee.
Yeah, dude, I need to do the same. I'll race ya.
A few minutes later.
Sucked in. I win. You hear me from the toilet, Alan? I fucking win, mate. You lose. You lose, Alan. I've fucking been sitting here for ages, mate. You lose.
Ah!
I'll take my fucking trophy in platinum, thanks.
I was also doing some scheming.
Some scheming? You're going to send out some emails saying you're a Nigerian prince?
I am a Nigerian prince.
You're starring in your own movie, Coming to America Part 3.
I had a phone once.
Dude, time's pretty much flying. Like, we've got like another basically 15 minutes roughly till the hour mark, which means we have to start our actual review soon.
Ah! Haha! That means I have to remember that movie.
I'm glad I took those fucking crazy person notes like I did. Because, dude, I fucking tend to like wash away information really quickly that like isn't necessary anymore. So like, I think my brain allows for more room for new information. So I'm just like, yeah, I need to forget that now. And I'll just be like staring off into space and be like, done, you know? So like that movie after tonight, the little bit that I do remember, don't ask me about it tomorrow. I'll be like, what Barbie movie? What do you mean we're watching?
Actually, The Dark Knight Rises did a similar thing to my brain. I saw it at the cinema.
I saw it at the cinema too, man, and I fucking was so mad that I sat there through that movie because
it did the same thing as Barbie. It just kind of went.
Dude, all I remembered from that whole movie was like the plane scene at the start, and after the plane scene, everything else just never happened.
That's it. So pretty much, yeah. That's
and exactly when I go back and watch that movie, except for when we
constantly my brain just gone. All right, you don't need this. I'm not retaining this.
I only watched it since the movie for our ranked and reviewed episode, so once since, right? And before that, I hadn't watched it ever again because I was like, I'm never sitting through that fucking convoluted, long piece of shit movie ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after The Dark Knight, fuck, that was a disappointment, man. Like, I don't care what anyone says. One of my mates messaged me and was like, after we'd like finished watching Batman and ranked them, he's like, so no love for the Dark Knight Rises, huh? You guys are insane. And I just felt like writing back, you're the one who's insane, man. That movie sucks. Like, Bane was badass in it. And I still like Tom Hardy as Bane. I like the voice he did. Because it's fucking goofy as fuck. And
we still need a cinema accurate Bane, though. Like,
perhaps he's wondering why somebody would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. You didn't care who I was till I put on the mask. If I pull that off, will you die? It would be extremely painful.
I hold his Bane in the same way I hold Ledger's Joker. They were great villains, but they weren't great at the villains they were.
Just stop, Alan. Stop shitting on my favourite fucking comic book villain, you know?
Never.
I'm not saying the Joker's my favourite comic book villain. I'm saying the portrayal of the Joker was the best.
Yeah.
And Alannis refuses to admit that. Just go back and watch the finale episode of our Ranked and Reviewed series and check out the Ranked. And you'll see, this motherfucker right here does not appreciate Heath Ledger's Joker, and it makes me sick. You make me sick, Alan. No, I actually love you, Alan, but you are dead wrong about that Joker performance. I'm sorry. That's the one thing that I will legit say, yep, I'm right, you're wrong. Other than that, you know what?
Well, what does it mean if a man is correct or wrong?
It will be extremely painful. You're a big guy for you. Tonight's been a good night, man.
I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, man. We should do more podcasts like this where we just take ages to get to the actual fucking point. I think
next time we should.
I think we'd lose viewers like this, left and right, if we kept doing this. But you know what? Fuck it, we're having fun.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, we're losing Alan. I don't even know if we're gonna get through this fucking review. Alan will be like, yeah, all I remember from it is that Barbie was fucking. Everyone better appreciate this fucking episode because the amount of work that I put into this, like, not that Alannis hasn't put in work too, he has put in a lot of work, but he's actually been a real job. Whereas I've been sitting here editing on my computer and making thumbnails and title screens and everything. Like, this fucking episode killed me. And I can't wait to be done with this episode. And next time, make sure I'm better prepared for the 100th. We're going to get to 100 episodes. Listen, people are like, but why would you keep doing it if you're not getting the views that you were once getting? And I'm like, we'll bounce back. And you know what? I'm not going to let YouTube win. Sorry. We're going to keep going. And we're going to fucking come out victorious at the end. Whether we're getting 5 views every episode to begin with, and that's the way it goes for a year, you know what? I'm going to suffer through that bullshit because A, I want to beat YouTube. B, this is fun to do. And C, it's brought me and Alannis closer together. So,
indeed,
fuck YouTube. Fuck all of you. Fuck all you motherfuckers who stop watching our content. We don't need you. We'll find new people. But you know what? We appreciate you anyway. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. Motherfuckers. It's a term of endearment. Remember that. It says that in the title screen.
I mean, cunt is a term of endearment in our country.
Yeah. I look at it as a term of endearment everywhere.
Apparently you're not meant to say it in other countries. Like, I've heard people like, that's really offensive. And I'm like...
Yeah, fuck those cunts, man.
Yeah. You know what is it? It's not a term of endearment? Mate. But only say it like, mate. It's all about inflection here.
I know I sometimes come off boganish and I'll like purposely put it on. So I'll be like, you know what you're fucking doing, mate. You know, like I'll put on the whole bogan thing, but bro, deep down, there's a little piece of me that dies inside every time I either A, speak like a bogan or B, hear a bogan speak.
But you do though, like it's not so much a bogan just an Australian. It's like we have this weird thing, man. It's like we go in inflection and not things to saying. It's like, if I was going to say to you, good cake? It's a question. But if I were to say to you, good cake, I'm telling you it's good cake.
Who knows?
It's a statement.
Man, the thing I hate...
The people of the internet know some Australian secrets.
The thing I hate about the Bogan thing, yeah, is not the Bogan thing itself. It's the message it sends other countries and the way they perceive us. And the way they're like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. I've played knifey spoony before. And I'm like, oh man, it makes us seem like the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, think about the Simpsons episode when they come to Australia. Everything just was a joke. Like, everything was a joke. They got nearly everything wrong.
The funny thing is, like, a lot of people from a lot of countries know that this country, everything about this country, wants to kill us.
And not just that, bro. Most of American people that will come here that haven't seen it or don't know much about Australia, and they're like, there's going to be kangaroos everywhere and there's going to be fucking outback. Dude, do you know how fucking similar the cities and the suburbs and shit of Australia are to America? Like, it's exactly the same. Chris D'Elia said that. He said, when I went there and came back, everyone was like, how was Australia? He's like, it was just fucking America. You know what I mean? Like,
more small things that wanted to bite and kill you.
I don't buy into that at all, man. Like, where people are like, but everything down there wants to kill you and it's so dangerous in Australia. It's like, motherfuckers, you have crocodiles in Florida running around in the bayou near people's houses. Like, I've never seen a crocodile in my backyard. I don't know about you, Alannis.
We have the top 10 deadliest snakes and spiders, sir.
Yeah, but how often have you seen these? I've seen sort of spiders, like the redback or what. They're not. But like a snake, I've seen a snake once in real, like in wildlife. And I was like out at Bob. Do you know Bob's Park, the lake? Like up in the
wait. I've been in the farm a bit more than you, though. Like,
yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I hate farms. Farms are shit, bro. My dad used to go to a mate's farm, and he said that there was a mouse plague, and they lifted up a sheet of metal, and there were thousands of mice under there. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to go to a farm, so I'm never going to a farm ever again. Fuck farms, bro. Fuck that shit, man.
Well, there's definitely still snakes and things around.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've yet to see one. That's like someone trying to tell me that there's fucking... That was
less impressive than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be
that was a bummer, man.
I sold it though, didn't I? Like,
you did. Alannis, tell me, who's your favorite Marvel character and why? By the way, everyone, you'll be probably wondering why there's a lack of Marvel movies that we've done so far, and Marvel's a pretty big thing in the film universe and space at the moment, and has been for many years. Well, coming up later, you're going to get to check out the future of Ranked and Reviewed, and you're going to get to see a few things, sneak peeks of what's coming up. And for all you Marvel fans out there, I'm just going to say you're not going to be disappointed. Alannis convinced me. If I had my way, we wouldn't review one Marvel movie. Actually, I lie. We'd probably do Deadpool. Whoa, there goes his head. We'd probably do Deadpool, and we'd probably do the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. You know what? I like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. All you haters can go fuck yourselves.
We'll save that for Ranked and Reviewed. There's a conversation there.
Dude, I like Amazing Spider-Man 2. Everyone shits on that movie. I reckon it's fucking awesome.
It kind of Barbied a little bit.
Fuck no, it did, man. Barbie's fucking on another level, dude. Barbie, Dark Knight, and The Predator are all on a different level to that movie, in my opinion.
I still say the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, though, is pretty much the greatest Stan Lee cameo. Like, where's the librarian and the lizard and Spider-Man are fighting in the background?
Yeah, and he's just like, they nearly... Yeah, that's a good... I do like the cameo...
Watching that in 3D was even better.
I do like the cameo of him in Spider-Man Homecoming where he's like, don't make me come down there or whatever. And hello, Marjorie. How are you? those Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, well, like, I'm just going to say it out right now. I didn't really like the second one. And because of that, I haven't seen the third one because it's going to make no fucking sense.
Third one is the shit.
But I will say that Homecoming I really enjoyed.
I reckon it's back in the movies. I reckon I should pay for you and we'll see that at the movies.
Done. I want to see it, man. I just don't... If you buy tickets, I have a reason to sit down and watch Far From Home.
All right, we'll do this.
Right now, I have no reason to rush into the amazing... Like, it's always going to be there. But if it's like, you get to go to the movies and see it with deleted scenes, and once that goes, you have to do it on your own accord. Like, I'd rather kind of be forced into it because then I will do it.
The only thing that annoys me about them doing that is I buy all the movies, and now there's something going to special edition, so I'm going to have to buy that movie again and essentially throw my normal edition.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to rip on you, man, but, like, why are you buying movies still?
I don't really.
I used to.
The only movies I really buy are the MCU ones. Just
I literally threw my Blu-rays out. These are the only Blu-rays I own now. I own the shitty Suicide Squad 3D movie for TV. I own Straight Outta Compton. I own Bruno on DVD. I own Harry Potter and the shittest one, Goblet of Fire. Oh, no, it's not the shittest one, but it's pretty bad. And the best one, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. But you know what? You guys are going to be happy about that too, because Harry Potter fans out there, get ready, because we're coming. But you know what? I just gave it away. Half-Blood Prince is number one.
Now, the only movies I actually own are the MCU movies. I have a few of the DCEU ones. They're like collecting a comic book to me, like. And then I have a bunch of movies like Paw Patrol.
So yeah, anyway, Alan, before we get into our review for Barbie and the Pink Shoes, we should probably get back into the conversation quickly. What have we liked about Ranked and Reviewed so far? We kind of got lost along the way here. Alan, you start. And what haven't you liked? What has been the lowest point for you and the highest point? That's a cool question.
Lowest point was definitely watching The Predator again.
Yeah, but was it? Or is it that because that's fresh in your mind and it just was recent? Because I'm terribly sure. I'm so sure that we watched worse.
No, I'm going to say that's the worst point. That's the only time I've looked back on something and gone, I've not had a fonder revisit to it. Like everything else, I've gone, I didn't like it, but I like it. And even if I still didn't like it, I disliked it a little less. The Predator, I went, yeah, I still fucking hate this.
Well, I'm going through our movie list right now, and I'm just going to double check if I think there's anything that I hated more than it. Because, as you know, I don't hate that movie, like hate it. As I said in the review, people would have seen it by now, and if they haven't, go check it out. As I said, I ranked it a bit higher than you, and didn't put it like at the bottom like you did. And I put Predator 2 at the bottom. And that's because while this movie's bad, and it's got a lot of problems, logic problems, and a lot of world problems and myth-building problems and everything, and it's just dumb. It's a shit movie. While it's bad, I just think it's not boring compared to what Predator 2 is, which it's not a bad movie, but it is boring. It's just a boring-ass movie. And that's my opinion on Predator 2 and The Predator. While it's bad, it's still got some enjoyable moments, whereas Predator 2 to me was just a bore snooze fest the entire way. You know what? I'm just going to come out and straight up say it. Jurassic Park 3 is worse for me.
Yeah, but I already knew I didn't like that movie.
Dude, I had to watch that movie again last weekend because me and Quinn are watching all the Jurassic Park movies through, and he's never seen it before. And even Quinn, a 9-year-old, said at the end of that movie, that ending's pretty weak.
At this point in time, I have to announce I am a Power Ranger.
What was that, man?
My phone. I mean, my morpher.
Yeah, man. Even Quinn thought it was dumb that the army comes at the end of that movie. thought it was just such an easy way to explain away the problems, you know? Who messaged you?
That was a random app. I don't give a. Office Works. That was
tell them to go fuck themselves, bro.
I'll work on their office.
On their office? On top of it? On the roof? Just doing their fucking guttering. Yeah, so lowest point for me, Jurassic Park 3. I would put it above Predator. Only because I have a big respect for the Jurassic Park movies. Way more respect than I have for the Predator movies. Jurassic Park was a bigger part of my life than Predator ever was. Like, I was going to see Jurassic Park with my family. I loved dinosaurs just growing up as a kid. Like, those movies were my world. And then Jurassic Park 3 came out and shat all over my world. So, I know...
I think that's actually almost in my 20s when Jurassic Park 3 came out.
You couldn't have been, man.
What year was it?
2001.
I was 18 then.
Exactly, man. Like, I was fucking... year 7, maybe? So, like, 12 or 13? Wait, surely. How old are you now?
I am 39.
I'm 34, so... yeah, that sounds about right, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. I went and saw it, man. I thought it was trash from the moment I saw it. And, dude, when you watch it again through, and, like, I remember, even when we watched it and ranked and reviewed, I remember there being heaps of army coming up the beach, yeah? But you can tell they could only afford a certain amount of tanks and a certain amount of whatever. And literally...
why the fuck? What connections did she have?
Like, it's so funny, dude. But I'm talking about for the production of the movie. You could tell that they had a strict budget. And they were like, how many tanks can we get? And they were like, 5. And they're like, well, that's not going to look like much of a fucking army rocking up.
I have a Floyd.
What's Floyd doing? Looks like... by the way your camera's moving, it looks like he's fucking the camera.
He's scratching himself on the bed.
Yeah, my dog's lying on my controller again. She never learns. So, yeah, Jurassic Park 3 is my lowest. Your lowest is the Predator. Now, what's been your highest moment?
I'll honestly say pretty much the start and learning to reappreciate the Scream movies, because I did not know about the intricacies before we got into this.
Dude, to be honest, I'm going to say that it's probably I'm the same. That or maybe Jackass. Because Jackass Forever was a great time. Me and you had a great time going to see that movie.
I did.
But yeah, dude, I agree with you that probably Scream's been the highlight for me too, because me and you both, like, we started our episode, like our podcast, our other show, Loud, a pop culture podcast, which is now dead, by the way. We still have a podcast just called Pop Vultures, same thing pretty much, but a lot more planning goes into it. I actually write articles and stories and look it up, and it takes me 2 days to get it ready probably beforehand. Usually we just jump on and be like, all right, we're talking about this, go. So there's a lot more planning that goes into this show. But yeah, we started off that first episode by talking about Scream and being like, so this is happening in the new Scream movie. What do you think about that, Alan? And you're like, I really couldn't give a fuck about this movie coming out, and I don't give a fuck about the Scream movies. I was like, I'm right there with you, Alannis. And then within like a week, we were like, you know what? We're sold on this because I sold you on it completely. I was like, you know, I'm going to look more into these movies and rewatch them and give them a go. And I was like, wow, I never knew there was so much like trivia bullshit about the making of these movies and like sort of like the inside of this movie. Like, for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, like, go watch it. You can find out, if you don't know, there's 2 killers at the start of in the first movie. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, it's over 20 years old. Go check it out. Not my fault. You got to spoil it for you. There's 2 killers you find out at the end. Billy and Stu. You can actually find out which person killed which victim if you watch hard enough and you know what you're looking for. It's pretty crazy, the level of intricacies of... so that was Stu, this was Billy, this is Stu, this is Billy, this is Stu. So the first scene even, like, it looks like there's one ghost face in the first scene with killing Drew Barrymore. But the way if you look it up, there's multiple ghost faces. You just only see one at the one time. And like, the part where he runs past the hall while there's smoke in the hall and she's like standing at the kitchen and shit, he's running to the front door to open the front door to let the other dude in costume in and shit. Like, it's It's wild, man. Like, I really enjoyed learning all that shit. And it was fascinating, bro. Like, I sent you the video. I was like, man, this is interesting as all fuck. And we just proved it, man. We proved that it was interesting as all fuck when we did those reviews. And you know what I'm really excited for? It's coming close. Scream Sick. We're nearly there, man.
I'm interested in seeing where that will go.
Man, I'm worried about it, to be honest. But I'm really excited at the same time, and I hope that they don't let us down, because I think that they did a stand-up job with the new movie. And we went as far as to rank it at number 1 out of the whole franchise.
I still get people trying to tell me to watch the Scream series, and I'm like, I'm not going to enjoy it.
The TV series?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Not a chance, bro. The mask does not look like Ghostface. It looks like a completely different mask. You know what?
Apparently, it's in the last season they have the mask. But at the end of the day as well, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's... Man, when it comes to horror, like Michael Myers, I don't give that much of a shit about. And I think our ranked and reviews is reminding me of why I'm like, he's good. I respect it, but it's also, it was beating a dead horse.
And I'm not liking the direction you're going in with this conversation, Alex, because I really like the Halloween movies. Well, you know what? Watching them back this time, I realized how much I don't like a lot of these movies. And I realized that I must be an imposter Halloween fan, because I enjoy the later movies, man. I don't like the earlier movies very much. I don't like 1 very much. I don't think it's a very good movie. I think it's very overrated. But then again, I wasn't around for when it was released. I wasn't there to appreciate it in the time when it was released. And I think that's a major part of it, was being around, seeing it when it was new, seeing it at the drive-in, seeing something new and fresh like that. And it hadn't really done like that before. So I wasn't there, and I don't think you can appreciate it in the full way you should unless you were there. So I realized rewatching these that, like, a lot of these movies have been a chore for me to sit through again. Like Halloween 5, man, Halloween 6. I'm not looking forward to doing Resurrection. The only reason I'm looking forward to doing it next coming week is because I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it, because it's a trash movie. You know what I mean? So I will argue, though, that, think about it. What makes the Ninja Turtles? What makes Spider-Man? The costume.
Ninja Turtles is an interesting one.
The character, the costume. What makes Scream? Ghostface. So, if the mask isn't the Ghostface mask, you know what it is? Anything but Scream. That's my opinion on these movies. If you change Halloween Michael Myers, look what they did with Halloween 3. That is not a Halloween movie. That is anything but a Halloween movie. And it's the same example. If Michael Myers had a different mask in one movie, I'd be like, this is another slasher movie. This isn't Halloween. They all rely heavily on the main character looking the way people remember and want the character to look.
On that subject, there's something I dug up on a random thing. There's something I dug up, and I think there's a mutual ground there with Wes Craven. Scream, Freddy. Do you know what Robert Englund has said?
What?
He's turned around and said, 1 more movie.
For Batman?
For Freddy Krueger.
What? Who?
Robert Englund. He's gone, I got 1 more.
Dude, I'm that cooked after you talk about Robert Pattinson. I was like, what? The Batman? That fucking movie? Don't you dare talk about that movie on our 50th celebration, because I don't feel like getting depressed. For anyone that doesn't know what we're joking about, go see The Batman or watch The Batman and you'll realise they just play the same Nirvana song through the whole movie. And you just want to
I grew up through the whole Seattle scene, and I can still say, fuck Nirvana.
Hey, I'm not the biggest Nirvana fan, but I wouldn't say fuck Nirvana.
I would.
Who was the guy that fucking said, like, it was Metallica, dude. They said on one of their concerts in front of everyone when it just had happened, when Kurt Cobain killed himself, they were like, stop acting like you give a fuck about this grunge loser shooting himself in the fucking head. And I was like, oh, that's brutal. You know what I mean? Like, to say it in the moment, crazy.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain was a pretentious fuckwit, though.
Yeah, I really don't get the whole love for him, to be honest, because, like, he was, like, I get it, like, he was one of those people that, like, is a musician that was stuck in his ways and was like, I'm not going to do what you do.
Put him next to someone like Lane Staley. We're getting into it. We're rabbit holing again.
That's fine, man. This is what the episode's about, man. Like, usually, you know me, I keep the boat on course. I try to not talk shit. We've even gotten it down that, like, I'm not going to spend 30 seconds or even 10 seconds of your life and my life telling you to like and subscribe and share. I get through that as quick as fucking possible. I just go, quickly chuck us a like, it would help us out a lot. Wouldn't it, Alan? That's it. Because it's a waste of time. And, yeah. We can rabbit hole all you want, man.
Well, we should get on to Barbie.
Yeah, we're getting there. Remember, we still got some stuff to do before that.
Oh, fuck. We haven't even done... I forgot the script as well.
We're on course, man. I've been paying attention. Remember, if you read the run sheet for our show tonight, yes, we have a run sheet. We don't usually, but we had to for this episode. It says intro by Tomye and Alannis. We did the introduction.
Oh, wait.
A conversation about the previous episodes and movies we reviewed. What are we doing right now, Alannis? And then, coming up, we're going to take a look back. An actual visual look back on some of the best moments from our episodes. Before we get into our review. Huh?
I have a surprise for you.
What? Oh, no. Don't bring back the Jurassic Park ringtone. I'll kill you.
This is even better.
You didn't think of a good one like me. What are you doing? Uh-oh. He's gotten so drunk we've lost him. Everybody, Alan's rambling. Oh, Alan's drunk. It's over.
Wait, no, I was digging through for fire.
Come back next week, everyone, for our Barbie review. I think Alan's done.
Yeah. Here's a surprise.
Boy, do we have a lot to say about that Barbie movie, everybody. You know what I like, Alan? Is he even there anymore? No, what is it, Tom? What do you know? Well, what do I think, Alan? He's just walked away. Here he comes. What are you doing?
My toddler wanted to contribute.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday to us.
Happy
birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear.
Ranked and reviewed.
Happy birthday to us.
You know what's funny, man? The fact that we turned our show into reviewing movies, which was never in the intention in the first place.
For real.
Do you like doing it? Do you like reviewing movies now? Because I enjoy it, man.
I definitely enjoy this.
People can't say I'm fake. Because, you know what? I like a lot of different things. But you know what? Look, I'm going to move this over. See right here next to me? I'm going to see that? That right there tells you I'm no phony. That's a film school diploma. I'm not saying it's a bachelor degree. I'm not saying I've got this high fucking honor in it, but I love film. And I create film, and I love visual stuff. I love audio stuff.
The chef of this cake is also dressed up as Barbie right now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, one of us have to be excited.
Tell her thank you for the cake, and I had a really. Tell her thank you for the cake, and I had a really good time eating it over the internet.
Wait.
Yeah, like people will be like, "Why are you reviewing movies now? Like that wasn't what you wanted to do with your podcast." It's like, yeah, but I love movies, and I've always loved movies. And while I'm a musician mainly, and I do have a band, and I'm trying to get that off the ground, and that's priority number one for me. this isn't far off it, man. I try to take this as serious as possible. I try to do the best job we can. And I really enjoy the movies. And, like, I'm not saying we're more qualified than other people to do reviews, but I feel like if anyone's qualified out of the people that I know, we're just as qualified as anybody. You know what I mean? We don't have...
I definitely reckon I say stuff good.
You definitely do. You know what? Before we lose Alannis to the alcohol and let him fall asleep in his chair, we're going to take a look back at some of the best moments for Ranked and Reviewed.
Oh, wait, I missed it at the start of the episode, but before we go on, everyone out there, I still see you!
Sorry, man. I just feel like I got hit by a truck then.
Welcome to Ranked and Reviewed. I'm your host, Alannis Maximus, and today we're going to be looking over Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Hey, Alan, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on set here at the bridge that was used on Temple of Doom, the one that you liked the most so far. And sorry, you like Last Crusade better, but you did like this movie a lot. So 1 second. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, I'm on set here at the Temple of Doom bridge, just here to give it a big fucking middle finger. You know, like that's all I'm doing on the Temple of Doom set. But hey, how you been, man?
Yeah, not bad. Got a cold that is not the Ronies, but a cold, which sucks. But other than that, I've been good. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad, man. It's a bit shit here in the jungle, which is why I'm gonna step back out of the fucking jungle. So,
hey, teleportation.
I don't know, man.
Brothers, they're plumbers. They're on the trail of a kidnapped princess and a mystical meteorite. It's incredible! That gives anyone who possesses it the power to rule the universe. Give me the rock! Till it gets lizard breath!
And that dinosaur. Alan!
Oh, yeah! Dude! Oh my god, I forgot about that, man! Dude, I am so clipping that out to use... Oh my god! Now,
Yes.
well, this is the overview. Let's just give a quick overview. This is Super Mario Brothers. Came out 1993. Rated PG. Goes for 1 hour and 44 minutes as a runtime. Has a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. And it's directed by Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton. It's written by Parker Bennett, Terry Runt, Ed Solomon, and it stars Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo. Yep, that one. And Dennis Hopper, that guy. So, yeah, that's the overview. And we're going to get into our thoughts straight up, like we usually do with... I just noticed what you did. So... That's the worst Al ever.
They must rescue the princess. And make it safe.
The vocalizations of the juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex wailing for its mother were the baby cries of a camel. I can't even find one. In Spain, the movie wasn't projected in cinemas until 34 years later, only in a premiere in Barcelona for 1 day in a subtitled version. See? Spain's got the right idea. I didn't even know there was a Halloween 3 until this fucking movie came out 35 years later. They got the right idea, man. Spain were like, not much.
There's a bunch of really confused Spanish people going,
hey, where's the Michael Myers at?
2, 4.
Yeah. Uno, dos, cuatro. Where's tres? Uno, tres, de tres. Where the fuck are Michael Myers at? That sounds like Italian. What is it? This Halloween? And this is no Michael Myers. Where the Michael Myers at? I'm not gonna stabby. Good times, man. Good times.
Could you imagine waiting 30 years to see this movie?
Yeah. I just kind of went there for the Halloween. Imagine they've only had a Halloween 1 and 2 up until now. And they're like, 35 years we've been waiting for new Halloween movie. Halloween 3 comes up. They're like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, man. We're cancelled. We are cancelled.
We are at the movies, seeing the Batman. Alan had no idea I was doing this. Let's do this shit. Are you ready, Alan?
We're ready, kids. We're Batman.
We're both Batman.
Even George Clooney's Batman, the only thing I think that works for a good Batman is he looks good in the suit. If it's a still frame.
We can't stop doing this. He's always like that. He's like, and excuse me.
He's like the living pop vinyl.
He is, man. Dude. And one other thing, Alan. What do you think IMDb has this rated at?
I'm gonna say...
Not an IMDb rating. I mean, it's like it's like PG-13. Like, what do you think it would have be listed as?
For its time, I'd probably say by American ratings, maybe R.
Alright, I'm going to share my screen with you because you're going to be fucking blown away by this because I have never seen this in my entire life, yeah? Which is how it says... Wait, I'll zoom in a little bit. It is fucking rated X.
What?
X. How? What? X.
That's porn.
Exactly. That's what I thought. And there's no way that this movie was like any worse than an R.
Yeah.
X. Like, for X, I would have expected to see Michael Myers fucking Laurie Strode. Hello everyone and welcome back to Ranked and Reviewed. I'm your host, Tomye West. Joining me as always is my co-host, Alannis Maximus. And we are continuing our Halloween Ranked and Reviewed series with our review of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share. It would mean a lot. And if you comment, we'll comment back. And that's a threat.
Twice. Chill, guys.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. God, no! See you later, guys.
Deformed penguin guy that is the child of Pee Wee Herman gets dumped in a sewer.
Dude, legit. You know how I told you I fell asleep during this movie?
Yeah.
It was late into the movie, but the only note I managed to take down, you ready? That was a look back at some of the best moments of Ranked and Reviewed.
It was nice to see them.
Fuck you, Alan.
On that note, I need to pee.
I'll race you. I don't need to go this time. Don't worry, mate. I'm going to upload our videos quickly while you go for our review. So that'll only take a couple of minutes. You got time to piss, man. Unleash your beast. Drain your lizard, man. Batman's head.
can't believe I killed him.
You gave him a head job. See, that's what we're all about here, Ranked and Reviewed at Loud Media. A silly goose time. If you like silly goose times, you know what to do. As I said, I'm not gonna spoil the episode by telling you all what to do. You do as you please. We're on the home stretch now, guys. We're about to review Barbie in the Pink Shoes. Now, for us, this movie is very controversial. I have a lot of complaints. One big one. And you'll see what I mean. Alannis agrees. But I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to wait till he gets back. All I'm telling you is, this isn't the movie that you think it is. This movie is camouflaged. You'll see what I mean. I'm pretty fucked up. Looking forward to shutting the old brain off after this one. If anyone's wondering what's on behind me, Angry Video Game Nerd. Pretty funny. There's not a lot of YouTubers doing the sort of content that he does that is as good. But then again, people are saying he's kind of reached a point where he's not as good as he once was. I tend to agree with a lot of that, but he still has his moments. The new episode was really good. Go check it out. What did you do it on again? What was the game? I'm going to quickly look it up. It was like a movie tie-in with Bruce Willis. What was the movie with Bruce Willis from the 80s? It was like stupid. Let's find out. AVGN. Take away that. Hudson Hawk. He did Hudson Hawk. Trash game. Alannis, now that you're back, did you ever see the movie Hudson Hawk?
Ain't got a barrel of money.
I haven't seen it, man. I just watched Angry Video Game Nerd because I was telling the audience while you were away that that's what's on behind me is AVGN, and his latest episode was on Hudson Hawk. And it was really good because he hasn't had an episode that funny in a long time. He's kind of gone downhill, but
Bill Paxton wasn't it?
Huh?
I'm sure it was Bill Paxton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton's the same as in every fucking movie, man. It's just Bill Paxton being Bill Paxton. All right, before we get into another fucking tangent, let's begin with a Barbie in the Shoes review. But before we start our review,
before we do, there's a video I'm going to send you from one of our biggest fans that is wishing us a happy birthday.
Do that, man. It better not be you.
It's a mini-me.
It's you, isn't it? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's your daughter.
Indy, can you say happy birthday, Ranked and Reviewed?
Happy birthday for food.
Good job. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Ranked.
Happy birthday, ranked.
And reviewed.
For food.
Happy birthday, Daddy and Uncle Tom.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy, hooray! Happy, hooray! Happy, hooray!
Good job. Yay. Did you make these cupcakes for Daddy and Uncle Tom? Good girl.
We're going to give you a little look into how both of us reacted to watching this movie to begin with. I'm going to show you Alannis' first.
Yes, this is where it came from.
Now, I'm going to show you my rebuttal to Alannis.
I fucking hate you, Ellen. This is all your fault, mate. You chose Barbie.
I fucking hate you, Alan. I fucking hate you. With that, let's get into our ranked and reviewed episode for Barbie in the Pink Shoes. Alright, before we get into the overview, I'm just going to straight up say it. Fuck this movie, man.
Yep.
Yep.
That's about all I can add.
I'm glad you agree, man.
There are a couple of decent random jokes.
I didn't think so. I've got a lot to say. So the overview of this is Barbie in the Pink Shoes. It was released in 2013 with a rating of U, like the letter U. What does that mean? U. Okay, so that's United Kingdom. The rating for United States is TV, and Y.
Y is Y.
For Australia, it's G, general. The IMDb rating for this movie is 5.5. Pretty close to The Predator, hey? The synopsis goes like this. This movie is about a young girl who finds a pair of pink ballet shoes and is taken to a magic ballet land. There she learns how to help her friends and follow her instincts.
I did not get that from this movie at all.
You know what I took away from this movie? And you know what? I was going to message you before this movie I finished watching this movie, like before I even started it, and go, bet you the overall message in this movie is you don't need shoes to believe in yourself and be a good dancer and shit. And then at the end, she's like, killed it without the shoes on, and I was like, well.
But there was a scene where it's like, this evil, sinister dude is like, I'm gonna make you fall in love with the princess and the prince, so the princess won't get married. And then it just doesn't fucking happen.
Dude, I've got the fucking notes here. I was gonna go into more of the overview.
They impersonating the princess. That didn't get followed through.
Yeah, that was weird, man. There's a lot of choices they made in this movie that they did not follow through with. Now, going to bring up my crazy notes quickly. I'm going to start from the start. One of the princes proposes to her with a flower. Not a ring, a flower. This cheapskate, a prince, gets away with asking a princess if she'll marry him with a flower. I'm just saying, it's not very realistic. Let's not set expectations too low for fucking everybody. I wish women would just accept flowers as a fucking present. Like, dude, you'd be buying a present, they'd be like, is that all? Yeah, of course it's all. Does it look like I'm carrying anything else at the moment? No. Back to my notes. How were these magical shoes, how did they transport her when they were from not a magical person but their ballet teacher? Riddle me this, Alan.
I don't have the questions you can answer because I have the same questions.
You mean the answers to them? You fucking got it wrong. Okay.
Why? Why is no one's name Barbie?
Yes. Now that's what I was going to say for a bit. But this movie is a movie in camouflage. Now, why do I say that? Because halfway through this movie, I realized this isn't a Barbie movie. We got fooled. Because her name isn't Barbie. It's Jezebel?
Odette.
I'm gonna have to look this up now. Her name's Kristen. But
she wants to be Odette?
Giselle.
What the fuck is the plot of this movie?
I can tell you, man. She gets these pink shoes. She gets whispered away to a fairyland where she can dance. She gets selfish and only gives a fuck about herself. And even though she knows that the only way she can get to her proper world and back home is by taking off the shoes, but this bitch wants to dance so fucking bad and be good at dancing because she sucks at dancing in real life that she's really willing to escape reality. She's willing to escape reality with these pink shoes like it's a fucking drug, heroin, that whisks her away to fucking some land. She's like, no, I'll quit tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch is thirsty for these shoes, you know?
I do like that the Ice Queen straight up murders people, but then apparently they get unmurdered.
You made the same mistake I did, dude. It's not the Ice Queen, it's the Snow Queen. Get it right.
Ah.
And I was going to say that's bullshit that it's called the Snow Queen, because that sounds like someone won prom queen, and it's the Snow Queen. You know, like, I'm pretty sure that was the name of the prom winner on That 70s Show. I'm going to be Snow Queen, prom queen, or whatever, you know?
Well,
it should have been Ice Queen.
Murdered people, though. That was alright.
And
then they got unmurdered.
There were two princes. One dressed in red, one dressed in blue. Crips and Bloods, promoting gang violence. Promoting gang culture. Were you aware of this, Alan? Did you notice?
But, and also, murdering people and unmurdering people. You can't, when you murder someone, they are dead. You cannot unmurder them.
We'll see about that. I'm gonna fucking murder you tonight, mate. No, I'm joking. I love you, Alan. The Nutcracker and the comic relief bitch, they sucked.
Murder more people.
Do you remember the Nutcracker and that bitch that was like,
the one that got murdered. She straight up got murdered.
Yep.
That's why I like the Ice Queen. She's like, you're dead now.
The other thing that I found hilarious was the prince that was like, do you want to come to my party? And she was like, where are you? Where's the party? He's like, just over there. And points to a castle that's on over 6 peaks of mountains that are as high as Mount Everest. And he goes, just over there. Like it's a fucking walk over the fucking road. It's mountains away. And this prince is like, want to come to my party? Bitch, I ain't walking to your party. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I did like though? Sinister evil guy that just went, now you will look like her, and she will not love you because you will be an and then nothing fucking happened.
Yeah, so we had two bad people in this. We had two villains. The Snow Queen, sorry, not the Ice Queen, the Snow Queen. And then we had her crony. And what was fucked up about this crony was, Alan pointed it out to me, he goes, what happened to the crony? Because I can't remember seeing anything happen to him. Did I miss it? And I scrubbed through this movie to check if there was any trace of this guy after the first time you saw him. And guess what? There wasn't. So, one loose end, another loose end, just left unanswered. But the main problem I have with this movie is
closure. And there was no closure there.
No, I've still got a long list of shit to say. But my main problem with this movie, as I said to you, was her name's not Barbie. There's no mention of Barbie in this. It's not based on the toy. It's not based on a story plot featuring Barbie. This bitch's name is Jesnell or whatever, and fucking Kristen or Caitlin or whatever. This movie suckers you in. It's a princess CGI ballet movie that convinces you to watch it because it's got the name Barbie. It's a fucking shit movie because I was going to give this movie a fair go. And you know what? I was going to give it a fair review. It's a kids movie. I'm not going to just shit all over a kids movie, but it gave me every fucking right to shit on it because it fucking pretended to be a Barbie movie when it wasn't. You know what? That's just as bad as going to see a Lego movie and finding out it's not any Lego. It's not minifigures.
But I will say, on a scale of Morbius to 10, I would give this a solid 1.5.
So it's a flat out 0 for me because it's not what it says it is. That's my problem.
You haven't seen Morbius.
Yeah, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon, bud.
I wouldn't chat on you.
I'm glad we're not doing a full Marvel ranked and reviewed because I'm not sitting there through Morbius and trash. Oh. I would have preferred
some things that I will not acknowledge.
I would have preferred that they stayed goose as geese in this movie. When they got turned into geese, they just could have stayed as swans/geese that entire movie, and I would have been very happy. By the way, that's the evil dude's power, turning them into geese. What a shit fucking superpower, man.
I feel... No, the Predator was still better. I was also really almost harsh to the Predator.
Yeah, fuck, man. Oh, you're joking if you think the Predator's worse than this. Now, listen, I'm not just giving this movie shit because it's a Barbie movie. As I said, I went into this movie fully prepared to review this with a fair shake, knowing it's a Barbie movie, and give it a proper score. But as I said, because it isn't what it says it is, it loses all its points for me. It's straight up a bad movie. Now, I wasn't going to reveal this yet because we're not there yet, but in the future of Ranked and Review, guess what we're going to review next year? The Barbie movie being released with Margot Robbie as the Barbie. Alan's going to take the day off work, and we're going to go fucking see Barbie and get that review up early. So, that movie...
Do you think anyone will be in the cinema?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, you know, I was so surprised about how many people were in the cinemas for Jurassic World Dominion. We saw that on opening day at like 11 a.m. And there was like, 15 people? Which is quite a lot of people when you're used to going to the movies that time of day and seeing fuck all people.
There's a little 3-year-old just like...
Dude, we went and saw Scream. How many people were in the cinemas for Scream? Like 2?
Yeah.
What else did we see? Jackass. There was a fair few people for Jackass, but probably nowhere near as many people for Jurassic World Dominion. That was a really big movie when it came out. Like, there was so many people just going to see that like as soon as they could. I was surprised. The Queen definitely is sucking off the crony. There, I said it. She's shit, man. The Snow Queen.
I just realized that I paused it perfectly. Thanos' face right here sums up my thoughts of this movie.
It looks like the fucking wooden mask from the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey. Look at his face. Did you like when they said at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, get your dance on? And the prince was like, get your dance on. What does get your dance on mean?
I at that point, I think my brain just went.
And dude, were you right? And was I actually correct in that they ended with like a full ballet performance, like that went for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
Do you remember when I was talking to you about this movie as I was watching it? I'm like, dude, it's got 10 minutes to go. No, it was like, dude, it's got 15 minutes to go. And the movie seems over, and they're dancing ballet. If this movie ends in 10 minutes of ballet, I'm going to be upset. Do you know what it fucking did?
Ended on 10 minutes of ballet.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how the Snow Queen was defeated?
Ballet!
This weak fucking bitch villain was beaten with the passion of dance. With the passion of ballet. All this bitch had to do was do a ballet dance, and that Snow Queen, who was apparently making this place a living hell. By the way, these people were dancing, living in fields with really nice houses, and were like...
Does that mean that
hello, sir.
from the Wiggles?
She wasn't doing shit to them, bro. She was just living her life.
So Emma from the Wiggles is a powerful adversary.
Who?
Emma.
She's not in the Wiggles anymore, man.
But she still knows ballet.
She does. And sign language and drums.
I think the moral of the story is do not underestimate Emma Wiggle.
And don't put on any pink shoes that your teacher gives to you.
Hey.
She's slanging dope on the street corner, you know? And, you know what? I think I've reached the end of my notes.
Murder!
I think I've reached the end of my notes. Wait, let me have a look.
Mine was murdering is good, ballet is bad.
Yeah, at the end when he said, the guy goes, you want to go to Mazako's Tacos later?
Oh, there's actually one good thing that made me giggle. The Three Musketeers scene. That line made me laugh. Like a legitimate, or maybe a.
I didn't laugh once. You know, the only time I laughed out loud was when you sent me a message, and I'm going to read it to everybody. This is the conversation we were having while watching it. Alan tried to argue with me that everything Barbie related was never, like, movies and stuff, her name's never been Barbie and shit. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. But before I could answer Alannis back, he answered himself, so I'll read this out to you. I said, how is this a Barbie movie at all? Her name isn't Barbie. There is nothing Barbie related. Let's face the facts. We were conned into watching a movie about a ballerina who was sort of becoming a princess in a magical world. And Alannis wrote back, I have the same question, but I've also noticed I don't think any of the Barbie toys are actually called Barbie. Then he wrote a couple of seconds later, wait, no, I'm wrong, and there's no good answer. I'm not digging that for an answer. And I wrote back, that conversation you just had with yourself was hilarious. And he wrote back, I'm wikiing this shit. So, that was the time I laughed out loud, because when we were talking back and forth, and you were like, her name's never been Barbie. And then you were like, wait, no, surely it's been Barbie. And I was like, dude, it has to have been. Someone created the toy and was like, what's this doll's name gonna be? Barbie. That's the doll's name. And then someone was like, let's make a Barbie movie. What's her name? Kirsten. Or whatever. What the fuck, man? Like, completely irrelevant. This movie is not a Barbie movie. Don't be fooled like we were. It's fucking horseshit.
So my party hat.
I was saying, when we go see the new Barbie movie, it doesn't really have much that it has to do right to beat this movie in the rankings. Sitting them next to each other, I'm pretty sure the next Barbie movie is going to be better. And surely, at least we get to sit there in the cinema and watch Margot Robbie for a couple hours, and she's not bad.
Well,
that's going to be a fun time, us going to see that movie, man. We'll get lots of footage of us sitting in the cinema chuckling at like a fucking Barbie joke.
Think about motorboats.
This is fucking... We just hit, by the way, we just hit the 2 hour and 2 minute mark on this episode.
Hey,
where the fuck are the Michael Myers at?
So now we can watch Gamora fall off a cliff.
We can.
And
with that,
whee!
we're gonna be we're gonna be beating a dead horse if we just keep
Whee!
talking about the movie. Let's sum up our thoughts on this movie to end our review on Barbie in the Pink Shoes. My thoughts, I have two. Number one, it's not a Barbie movie, so it doesn't count. So guess what, Alannis? I guess we have to pick another one and do a proper one.
But what if they do that again?
Well, we're going to make sure we actually do some research this time on the movies, because you know what I did? I picked this movie from its title. So let's look up Barbie movies. And right now, we're going to
surprised that there's not been either Batman and Barbie crossover or Barbie and Scooby-Doo crossover.
Okay, well, dude, this isn't the first time they've done this. You ready? I'm going to read you the synopsis for another one that was released in 2013. How many movies do they release in 1 year? Join Mariposa and her new friend, Princess Catania, in this magical adventure to save fairyland of Shimmerville. Together, the girls learn that with great friends, the sky is the limit. Now, what's missing from that
with
movie?
Great power comes great responsibility.
What's missing from the synopsis of that movie? The name Barbie.
Spider-Man.
That's one thing missing. Now, then there's Barbie and the Nutcracker. But guess what? For one, Barbie's name is Barbie.
Really?
Then we have Barbie as Rapunzel. Barbie is an artist. Her name's Barbie. So, look, let's pick one right now. I'm going to say we watch... Let's go for something really different. Let's go for something really different. Let's go... How about this one? This sounds alright. What's her name, though? If it's not Barbie, we're out of here. But, well, I don't know if her name's Barbie, and it sounds like one of the best ones. No,
wait, hold the phone. Do you have the Superman Nintendo 64 game playing back there?
Yeah, it's probably from an Angry Video Game Nerd. That game's fucking awful.
That was a repressed memory.
Dude, you gotta just fly through rings the entire time. And then you know what happens when you get past that level? You gotta pick up a car and throw it, and you've got 5 seconds to pick up the car, and you don't even have enough time to pick up the car before the time runs out. I say we watch Barbie and Chelsea, The Lost Birthday, which, you know what? It came out in 2021, so it's relatively new. And
I'm pretty sure Chelsea is an actual toy you buy. It's like the
synopsis goes, Barbie's younger sister Chelsea is trying to celebrate her 7th birthday, but her birthday is skipped due to the international date line.
Well, if the name's Chelsea, that's good enough for me because Chelsea is actually the little Barbie figures.
Don't worry.
I didn't know this because I have a toddler that is female.
Yeah, sure, right. That's right, Alan. So,
I'm not Waylon Smithers.
When we get to it, we're going to watch Barbie and Chelsea, The Lost Birthday, which came out in 2021. Now, when are we going to do this? Fuck knows, because we got busy schedule coming up. And remember, to end this episode, we're going to go into a little teaser video of just some of the titles.
This whole Barbie thing started with going, April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it was an April Fool's joke. You're like, we're going to do every Barbie movie for Ranked and Reviewed on April Fool's Day.
And then Cody's like, man, if we're going to review them, we got
Dude, you were like, yeah, that's a joke, funny joke, ha ha ha. And then every episode from then on, you're like, so when are we doing the Barbie movies? I'm like, is this really a joke, Alan? You know? Or do you just want to watch the Barbie movies? And you're like, no, it's a joke. I don't like Barbie. And you're just like sitting there stroking a naked Barbie.
That would be very painful.
Alannis is fucking fuck-eyed right now. So, with that, let's get into some quick trivia on this movie. Because this movie is... This review is great. And I've had a great time. But like all things that are great, it's got to come to an end at some point. Let's read some trivia.
I'm reviewing Barbie for at this point, though. Like, for this segment.
Dude, guess what? We have 2 fucking entries for trivia. That's it. That sums up this movie. Do you want more information about any of the plot, or you want to make sense of this movie and you want to have a good movie to talk about?
We're officially a niche reviewing. We're trailblazers.
Dude, we made it to 50 episodes, so I don't want to hear anyone say that fucking we didn't try. And guess what? We ain't going anywhere. So we grow with viewers, and that's it. And I won't accept any less. As I said, I'm going to let YouTube win. Fuck YouTube. We love you, YouTube. Yes, bit of trivia. Did you notice the Wilhelm scream used in this movie?
Heard
in the background, the Wilhelm scream. It's a famous scream used in cinema, and you can hear it in multiple movies. Steven Spielberg uses it in hidden movies, and they use it as like a nod to each other in the cinema. So it's like that sound that goes, "Ah!" Do I have to play it for you?
I feel it was wasted in this movie.
Dude, you'll know this scream. Hold on. Wilhelm scream. There it is straight away. I'm going to play the sound for you. You've got to know this scream, bro. 100%. Ready?
Yes.
They use that. And that's used in lots of movies. I'm going to read it. Heard in the background after Prince Albert fails his attempt to shoot an arrow and falls off his horse. And then, this is the last bit. In an attempt to heal the nation, on February 14th, 2021, podcast hosts Richard Martin and Alexander A.J. Jones of the Cult Popcha podcast released an 18-plus hour comprehensive podcast reviewing the 37 Barbie films. Hey, we came up with this idea. But it's been done. You know what? Everything's been done. You can't be original these days, can you?
No. That upsets me.
No. Fuck no. So,
I mean, like, who the what the?
You're being ripped off, Alan. I feel ripped off.
I feel robbed.
You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it better.
We will review every Dawson's Creek episode.
Oh fuck no! Don't even joke about that shit, man. That's almost as bad as making jokes about the Queen who died today. I still see you!
I still see you, Queenie!
Oh no. It's stuck in my head because I've been editing shit all day with that in it. So now I've just got your voice going around in my head. I still see you!
Cheer!
Ugh. So with that, we are going to move on to the very final thing for this episode of Tanked and Reviewed. Now, we're going to end with a little 40-second sneak peek at what's coming to the future of Ranked and Reviewed. Now, I want you all to remember, this isn't every movie. If you see the title in this video, it means that we're not just doing that one movie, we're doing the entire franchise. And if we've already done the franchise, the new entries will be added to those Ranked and Reviewed. So I am going to bring that up, and we're going to watch that, and then we are going to sign off and let Alan start resting his fucking hangover. That is what's coming to Ranked and Reviewed, among others. And remember, that means all of them. All Back to the Futures, all Beverly Hills Cop, all Ninja Turtles. Spider-Man, we're still working out exactly what Spider-Man's, but a lot of Spider-Mans. And Barbie, listen, we told you we're going to do that next episode, and we're going to do the Barbie movie. Let's not go too far yet. Let's not take this joke too far yet. But yeah, we've got a lot of movies coming up. Black Panther, Spider-Man, a lot of stuff that Alan requested because he's a Marvel nerd, and I love him for that. Alannis, what are you most looking forward to do?
Raptors.
That's done, man.
I guess
Indiana Jones 5, Scream 6, and I'm just going to put it out there. Ninja Turtles will be fun.
I didn't even know there's another Ninja Turtle things happening.
Neither did I. And I looked up what movies we were going to do and what's coming out next year. And there is a movie set for 2023. I don't know when. I'm hoping it's not too late. There are a lot that we didn't, show. So we've got fucking... Yeah, Wonka. You didn't know Wonka.
I didn't know there's another Wonka going on.
Yeah, it's called Wonka. I saw it and I was like, I guess that means we're watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and then that terrible remake with fucking Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, and now we're going to watch this fucking Wonka movie. Believe me, I'm about as excited as you are for it. When was this released?
Yay!
I'm having a look. Dude, we forgot. Right now, I'm pretty sure right now it's happening. No, that's not new. But anyway, Disney D23 is on right now. The Expo. So we're going to get a look at upcoming Disney games, upcoming Disney films, release dates and stuff. So you know what? We even might have to update what we're going to be doing for Ranked and Reviewed after this weekend, as Disney are sure to announce release dates and more movies coming out next year, I'm sure. Coming to Disney Plus and cinemas and alike.
Do you know that technically, though, the Alien Queen is a Disney princess?
From Aliens?
Yeah. And by Disney now.
Could put the Xenomorph in fucking Barbie and just call it fucking Kristen and boom.
I think it would have made a Barbie movie a lot more interesting.
By the way, if everyone wants to know what's coming up next for Ranked and
Barbie versus the Predator.
What's coming up next for Ranked and Reviewed, Alan? Not what's coming up after Halloween and Predator. What are we doing next? You know the answer.
I do.
What are we leading into after Predator, bro?
Aliens.
Thank you. So,
Raptors.
People will be wondering why we didn't review the Predator movies in order. That means, chronological of release order, like AVP, Requiem. We haven't done those yet. Even though they came before Predators and the Predator, we haven't done those yet. And the reason? Because we're doing them last as we are going to lead straight into Aliens and do Alien, all of them. So it'll make a little bit more sense.
Now there's an Alien series cooking as well.
Yeah, there is for some channel that we don't.
I was going to straight up say maybe they should just let what's his name? Alien guy. It's not Roddenberry. It's dude that did the Alien movies. Do more Alien movies.
Question for you: are we going to do Prometheus in this?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Well, you can't do Prometheus without Covenant.
Also, I think we should do something.
Or the other way around.
We should do either the Mighty Ducks or the Sandlot Kids. Because there have been some, you know what we got to do? The Home Alone series, because there has been some terrible follow-ups to that I haven't even seen yet.
Oh, man.
Kevin!
Isn't there any 2 Home Alone movies?
No, man. There's Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, Home Alone 3, then Home Alone 4. Is it Home Alone 4? It's got some shit name like where they incorporate 4 into it, I'm sure. And I think there might even be another one that they've just done. Like not Halloween, Home Alone something. I don't fucking know.
How can you make another Home Alone movie in the world of mobile phones?
Man, you got to be a fucking terrible parent now to leave your fucking kid around and fucking not know what's going on. You should be looking forward to Avatar, Alan. The only reason I mainly included that and gave a fuck about doing it was because you're a big fan. I fucking don't care about Avatar.
I am excited. One thing that we could do though as well. Ghostbusters.
True, we haven't done that. By the way, did they push Avatar back from this year to next year?
We are getting Avatar, and then in 2 years we're getting another Avatar.
So we're getting
another Avatar, and then 2 years we're getting another Avatar.
Yeah, but wait.
2 years we're getting another Avatar.
Are we getting Avatar this year or next? This year. Yeah, I thought so, because they haven't updated Aquaman from the calendar yet to have moved next year. And I was getting confused because I'm like, I haven't seen it. We've gotten a trailer for Avatar, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. We saw that.
We haven't seen much on Avatar. And
maybe I saw that.
It's coming out in fucking December, man. It's pretty close. For a big movie like Avatar, you'd think they'd be showing a little bit more of it.
I'm going to say right now, if we see Avatar, I definitely have to smoke weed before I see that.
Well, we're going to make sure we see Avatar ASAP then.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quick look at when that's coming out. It's not 3. Fucking.
Well, they're also re-releasing They actually pulled Avatar from Disney Plus to re-release it HD. Leading up to this.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's coming out 2022, it says. The Way of the Water. Now.
We should IMAX that shit, I reckon.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. This movie better be fucking impressive because we have waited so long for it.
I saw that movie many times. Best time is IMAX. We IMAX that.
The excuse we've had for not getting a sequel yet is that the technology hasn't been there for the movie to be as good as he wants it to be there. So this technology better be fucking amazing for that fact. That's the only thing I'm saying. If we go see this movie and we walk out of it and we go, wasn't that great? Like, there wasn't much that they'd done new. I'm going to be pissed off, bro. Like, the thing that made Avatar such a spectacle was the 3D technology and how well they utilized that. They've got to do something as equally impressive, and I don't know what
Could you imagine if we went to IMAX, though, and then they didn't open the cinema all the way again?
Don't ever pay for VMAX, people, because the majority of the time you'll never get it. They don't open the curtains big enough. They're fucking... It's the worst. Every movie we've gone and seen, one curtain's open and the other one's fucking over and shit. It's just a mess. VMAX. Fucking bullshit.
They opened them for Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, of course they did. Fucking Marvel. It's so important, man. Fuck Jurassic World, Scream, and fucking anything else I wanted to see, you know? Dude, Indiana Jones 5 better be good. I'm looking forward to that. Scream 6, I can't wait for. By the way, it's coming up very close. We're not far. We're just a bit over. Well, actually, we're nearly at the month point for Halloween ends. And I'm fucking amped, bro. I can't wait for that movie. Where the fuck are Michael Myers at? So.
Ay, Dios mío!
Ay, ay, ay! with that, everybody, we're going to end this episode because it has gone for 2 hours and 20 minutes, officially making this a record-breaking review for us. And you know what? In my books, this is probably one of the best reviews we've done because we've just let everything go and had fun and just done what we want. And I've kind of realized doing this episode that this is what we should be doing all the time, man. Fuck expectations, fuck what people want, and click through. Everyone's like, oh, you want to hold their attention, and people have a short attention span, and this is how you make your videos successful and make people watch for long enough. You know what? I only want people to watch our videos that enjoy us for the content that we create. And I'm not going to create content specifically just to get an audience. I want to enjoy the content I create. And I enjoyed doing tonight. Much more usual than doing... I still love doing the normal ranked and reviewed series. That isn't going anywhere. We're not just going to suddenly turn that series into a shit show of talking for an hour and then getting into a review. But I think this is a sort of a... This shows us that we can do that with both our podcasts, to an extent at least, and have a bit of fun and a personal conversation at the same time and be still informative. I don't know if you agree, Alannis. Alannis is no longer communicating. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us with Tanked and Reviewed. We had a great time. Oh, my God. Alan, remember, you don't want to get your stomach pumped, bro. Alan is no longer alive, people. Pray for Alan. Pray for Alan.
There's ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, no.
Slipping through the door.
Your partner is going to hate me for convincing you to do this shit. You're going to come out and you're going to be like, we're finished the episode. And she's going to be like, oh, no, look at you. You're fuck-eyed. So, as usual, I'm your host, Tomye West. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, who needs a much-needed rest, Alannis Maximus.
Cake.
Take the cake, everybody. Take it. Again, thank you so much for supporting us on our previous episodes. Our first 50. We hope you enjoy everything we do, and we are looking forward to bringing you more and more. And we ain't stopping. We ain't going anywhere. So, don't worry. We've got lots of movies to review, and we're not running out of any content anytime soon. Unless I suddenly die of a heart attack, which we talked about earlier.
Well, 42.
Yeah. Maybe. Could be tomorrow, man. Who fucking knows?
Please don't die. I like you.
Remember that time I made a suicide joke and that guy was like, suicide jokes are never funny. I was like, I beg to differ.
Where did they go?
I think he stopped watching our videos. Don't worry about it. All good. Well, Alannis, is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
If I could find my phone, I would have played the Jurassic Park ringtone.
Don't even go there, girlfriend. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We hope you had a good time. And we will see you for episode 51 next review. Thanks.